In the earliest days after the Great Flood, all the people on earth lived together in one place. They had settled in a broad, fertile valley called Shinar. It was a peaceful time, and the land was rich and good, providing everything they needed. The sky above was vast and blue, and the sun warmed the earth. Before this time, after the flood waters receded, humanity had begun to regrow and spread across the land. Generations had passed, and people learned to work together, to farm the land, and to build simple homes. They had a shared history and a common way of life, living in relative peace and harmony as their numbers grew. At this time, all of humanity shared one single language. This meant everyone could understand each other perfectly, no matter where they came from or what they did. Communication was easy and clear, allowing people to cooperate and share ideas without any difficulty, fostering a strong sense of unity. The people in the valley of Shinar were very organized. They decided to undertake a large project together. They had learned the skills to make bricks from clay and to bake them hard in fires, and they had also learned to use bitumen, a sticky natural tar, as mortar. This allowed them to build stronger and taller structures than before. One day, the people had a shared idea. They said to each other, "Let's make bricks and bake them well. Then, let's build a city for ourselves, and a tower that reaches all the way to the sky." They wanted to make a name for themselves and stay together in one place, to avoid being scattered across the whole earth. So, they began their work with great enthusiasm. They gathered clay from the earth and mixed it with water. They shaped the clay into bricks and placed them in the sun or in kilns to bake them until they were hard and strong. Then, they began to stack these bricks, using the sticky bitumen to hold them together, layer by layer. As they built higher and higher, the task became quite difficult. The tower was meant to be incredibly tall, and working at such heights required great effort and careful planning. The sheer scale of their ambition meant that the building process was long and demanding, with many hands working together. The Creator, observing their efforts, saw that their motivation was not simply cooperation, but also a growing sense of pride and a desire to reach the heavens without regard for boundaries. The Creator understood that this ambition, fueled by pride, could lead humanity down a path where they relied only on themselves and forgot their dependence on the Creator and the natural order. To help humanity remember their place and to prevent their pride from becoming too great, the Creator decided to intervene in a gentle way. The Creator said, "Indeed, the people are one and they all have one language. This is just the beginning of what they will do. Come, let us go down and confuse their language so they will not understand each other." And so, it happened. The people who had been speaking the same language suddenly found they could no longer understand one another. One person would speak, and another would hear a completely different sound, a language they had never heard before. Confusion spread through the worksite as people tried to communicate their instructions and ideas. Because they could no longer understand each other, the people had to stop building the tower. They could not coordinate their efforts. They could not tell each other what bricks were needed or where they should be placed. Frustration grew as their shared project ground to a halt. Eventually, they abandoned the city and the tower they had started. From this event, humanity learned an important lesson about humility. It showed that while working together is good, doing so with pride can lead to problems. It became clear that respecting limits and understanding that true unity comes from more than just shared language is important. Humility allows people to work together constructively and wisely. The people then dispersed across the face of the earth, each group speaking its own newly formed language. Though their great tower was never finished, humanity continued to learn, to build, and to live, carrying the memory of that time and the lesson of humility as they spread out.